You hear all the time about people talking about the effect that divorce has on men and the effect that divorce has on women, via several types of videos coming from several different angles, from women saying that it was the best thing that they've ever done, from women saying that it's the worst thing they've ever done. And usually men are just lamenting the loss of their relationship. However, what people don't talk about is how it affects children, and I think it's actually the most tragic but least spoken part about it. This is a brief backstory of my ex, starting of when her mother met her father. They met, things were great, dated for a while, they got engaged. He was a tech guy who worked for Intel, so he made a very, very handsome salary. And I believe that she wanted to be a stay at home mother, even though she was university educated and she was already working a job. They wanted to have kids, start a family. So, fast forward about 2 years after marriage, my ex is born. Things are great until they're not. Um, I don't know the exact reason as to why her mother became unhappy all of a sudden, but things became irreconcilable, as they will say in the legal system. And so she decided to get divorced. Fast forward about another year, and my ex's father is completely out of his life. And she's got him for child support and alimony. And while I don't know if, he was a bad guy in the relationship, I have met him. He seemed fine. And he agreed to pay extra money into her college fund, even though that wasn't court ordered. So I do think that dude was actually a decent guy. So directly after their divorce, and her dad is completely out of the picture, ended up transferring so we can get a different location so we can just get some space from the whole situation. And her mom ends up meeting someone else basically directly after the divorce. I don't know if that guy caused the divorce, but I just know that they met directly after the divorce. And then she got pregnant. And so like the guy, I never met him because he was not in the picture when I met her, my ex, as an adult. But I saw a picture of the guy, and if you looked up Chad in the dictionary, you would have saw a picture of him. Like tall, long hair, like thick mustache, muscularly on a motorcycle. And I was like, oh, you literally went from a tech guy to a bad boy. Like he went from a nice guy to a bad boy. Like how apropos. And while that is sketchy, um, turns out that he was a decent-ish, decent enough guy. Though it turns out if you hang out with biker people, then questionable people might be around your children. So like that definitely wasn't a good decision. But for what I know, like my ex's little sister was born, and things were decent-ish, I suppose, for 4 or 5 years. Like this guy was the stepdad, dad guy, and for lack of better terms, things were starting to find some normalcy until I guess she decided to get bored again and things didn't work. And so she left this guy again. So, like, not only did her little sister lose her father, she lost a father figure for the second time in like an 8 year span. And understandably, she's got some huge abandonment issues because you've formed such an intense attraction with someone like that, and it just gets ripped away from you. And then you get told later, well, that's okay because you don't need no man. It's like, that's the problem.